everyone. You're here with Brendan from Fuzz Factory Touring. Today we're joined with Neomantra. We have Greg Lee and Jay Rod himself. Gents, how you doing today?
Good,
Good,
mate.
mate. How are you?
Very well, mate.
Awesome,
Thanks.
awesome. Great to see you. You've been running hot. You've just been on the East Coast, burning up Victoria and New South Wales. How was the tour over East?
It was great, man. Yeah, it was really good
Yeah,
for a
awesome.
first one. Didn't know
There
what to
were,
expect. We learned a lot about logistics and just being in each other's company and yeah, just sharing time and getting to play music and meeting people and doing all the things. It's really good.
It was great. We had
yeah,
people in the room, more people than we sort of anticipated first time. Sold a fair bit of merch as well, which is a good indicator that we're doing something right, maybe. So, yeah, it was fun.
yeah, a
Brilliant.
lot of fun. Awesome fun. Great,
And
great fun playing with new people.
the East Coasters were they open to the Neo Mantra riffs and dynamics and brutality? Was there a good reception? You said you sold a bit of merch. It's always a positive outcome with things.
Yeah,
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 everyone.
good feedback. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we were
love.
well received. The vibe was there in the room. We played along some really great local bands as well over there. So, yeah, it was just, a great night from start to finish.
Mm.
Awesome. And for
yeah.
those that are not familiar with the Neo Mantra sound and the Neo Mantra ethos, so to speak, how would you sum it up? I mean, what's Neo Mantra all about?
Uh, Deep.
Deep, deep
Deep.
diversity in the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
It's a big old.
um yeah, I think we pull from a sound from a number of different places. I don't know, it's a question I actually stumble on myself trying to think
yeah, for
what do we
sure.
actually sound like. I think it's just lots of bits of different influences. But yeah, I don't know. We've sort of been using the moniker post metal, whatever that means.
Yes.
Maybe a bit prog. Kind of feels like where we might belong in the scheme of things, but it's all open to
Yeah.
whatever you think it is. So it's definitely metal. I know that much.
And is there any particular bands that you guys are listening to, either from guitar, drums, bass influences individually or as a group? Any one that you go to more than often than others?
I gotta say,
Look, for me, I go to Pelican a lot. This is
Yes.
like an awesome band. A lot of people miss Pelican, but for me, I see some real similarities with us and Pelican.
Last
Real cool
Pelican
heavy
album's
riffs
awesome,
and
by the
spacey
way.
sections.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
a bit
Mm.
old school, and I always say I'm a huge fan of the Melvins.
Yes.
Um, to me, this band feels a bit like heavy metal Melvins.
Yes,
So,
nice.
that's the kind of vibe, just amped up and distorted to the max. So
Yeah.
And yourself, Lee?
I'm pretty new to the instrument playing bass. I've got my influences from when I grew up playing drums, which were like the big three, I guess, were those thinking man bands like that's Radiohead, Tool, and Meshuggah. Not Yeah, they don't really influence. I'm not sure what I'm influenced by in this band. I think Ryan Martini actually from Mudvayne. Even though I'm not really stylistically anything like him, and he's just kind of a singular kind of character on the bass. He's unto himself, but I've been yeah, studying a lot of him and the local guy John Stockman as well from Carnival.
Nice.
He is on my radar of yeah, been studying his style and his technical approach.
Cool,
Um,
cool.
For sure.
Musically, growing up, I played bass along to Flea and Les Claypool, and yeah, I guess I've moved from pick to fingers. So Flea's Flea's my guy. Flea was always my guy, but yeah, there's where I draw from, I guess.
Yeah, we've got a very prominent bass it features like in the forefront a lot. It's not hidden behind the wall of guitars so much, you know, it does its own
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
Mm, definitely.
Yeah, freedom, especially in the we've got some new stuff coming up as well. Yeah, and it's get to open up a bit. And like, yeah, you've always got to pick your spots and know when you can kind of have a little flourish, and ultimately you just have to support the song. But that's yeah, it's an art in itself to be able to do that.
Nice. And you mentioned new stuff before we get into that. Let's go back way back to the early days of Neomantra. I mean, you guys have been going for a few years now. Can you give us a bit of background on the history of Neomantra?
Yeah, could probably talk to that. We've actually been around as I guess, as a creative thing a lot longer than we've been out on stages. Me and Royce kicked this thing off back in 2017. So yeah, we actually spent quite a few years bunkered down in a room at Vision Studios here in Perth, just figuring out what this thing was going to be. And yeah, we kind of, just try different things, navigated our way to a certain sound and style, and then yeah, the members sort of just fell into place for what that thing was. So, we kind of had an interesting stumble across Jared, who had worked with Royce in a previous band.
Yeah.
That kind of happened in a really organic, strange kind of way. Also with Lee as well, because Lee said, "Yeah, Lee's a drummer. I'm a drummer." I've known Lee from the drumming community, but there was one little moment where I caught him noodling on his bass, and I was like, "Didn't know you could do that." Wow, you're actually pretty damn good at that. So yeah, we went through this period sort of trying to get get our bass guy sorted out, and yeah, we were just running short on ideas, and just had this sort of memory of Lee noodling this crazy ass shit on his bass while I was fixing up something on his drum kit. I thought, you know what, why don't we give this a go? So
If I hadn't
yeah,
picked up that day, it wouldn't have happened, I don't think.
yeah, like, it was just one of those very sort of strange
Changed
moments,
my life.
last
It changed
destination
my
kind of
life.
thing.
Yeah, sold all my drums to buy bass gear that'd suit the band, and rest is history. I haven't picked up a drumstick for 3 years. It's just changed my life, and
That's
I'm
it.
really, really good way too. I was getting very stale on the drums, so yeah, bit of a blessing to come aboard with these guys for
Nice.
sure.
It's an interesting story too, Brendan. I almost didn't get the job as drummer because when Royce sent me his demos originally, they actually went to my junk mail. So I didn't actually get the demos for about a month, and he's probably thinking, "Oh, this guy's just giving me, just blowing me off here, give me the cold shoulder." So, it was the other bloke who was auditioning for bass at the time that sort of tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "You checked out the demos yet?" And I was like, "What demos?" I think Royce was looking at someone else for that spot. Yeah, it was just weird because had I left that another day, this might not have been a thing. So yeah, it was really
That's it.
interesting series of
Mm.
events that sort of got it going in the beginning.
Nice.
Yeah, look, I was chilling. You remember Sanzu, Brendo? I was just
Yeah.
chilling there, jamming with Sanzu one day, and Royce is there as well. And obviously we knew each other, so he pretty much just asked me, "You want to do this?"
He turned up
So
in the rehearsal studio next to us,
just
and he's like,
happened to
"Oh, I
be a
know the
vision,
sound
you
of
know?
that guy. That's Jared." So he just popped in next door, comes back 5 minutes later, and goes, "We got our guitarist." So
Yep.
That's
Yeah, nothing
serendipity of it all,
significant
boys. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Meant to
a
be.
lot of that
that
in this group.
comes
Yeah.
about.
And
Yeah.
with the lyrical themes and also the visual themes of the band with your live performances, there's a lot of, as you put it, deep stuff going on there. Had a look at the website, a lot of deep stuff going on there as well. Anything you like to elaborate on what you guys are drawing inspiration from on that side of things?
That's mainly a Royce thing. He's into a
Yeah,
lot of he's just had a lifetime of Yeah, just interest in psychology, philosophy, metaphysics, all the juicy
Yeah.
stuff. The conspiracy theories in there. Spice it up. He's had a very interesting life. He's pretty well read and experienced a lot of things. So that kind of ties its way into all our themes, definitely.
I
And
always
the
say,
rest of
I'm
Philosophy, big time.
sorry, Lee. I was going to say, I've always say I've never stepped into a rehearsal room that had more books on the shelf than musical gear. Literally, yeah, just had this massive box of really rare, really interesting philosophy books and esoteric stuff. So
yeah, he
yeah,
goes
I
deep.
do my best to kind of take Royce's, interest in that and turn it into something visual as well for our shows. So, I'm just drawing on the lyrics and the topics that I know he's interested in and just go nuts looking for content and throw together something that's kind of, a bit intriguing and grabs your attention, that kind of thing, and also aligns with the songs. So yeah, it kind of goes part and parcel with our music. It's part of our show, really.
Brilliant.
It's a bit
And
mysterious as well. It's not all explained up front. Yeah.
Yeah.
and with the new material you mentioned previously, is there anything that you can share on that? Any wild new influences you have? Is it an extension of the Paranosis EP? What can we expect from the future for Neomantra?
Pretty
Um,
slow going. We've got a couple of things cooking up. We've done a bit of recording. So yeah, we're just chipping away at it. We've got probably about 7 or 8 songs kind of on the back burner that we're just slowly working our way through with the time that we've got.
Cool.
But yeah, we had a chat in Melbourne and yeah, we're going to start jamming a little bit more. We're not really a jam band. We kind of like someone comes in with a song and we listen to it on Google Drive, and then we come into the room rehearsed or not rehearsed, and then just kind of work it out. But we chatted in Melbourne, and yeah, we're going to start to jam and just see what comes out.
Cool.
But we do have songs. Royce has a lot of songs,
yeah,
just cooking. So
and
yeah,
we're
there's
You're
a
always
lot.
trying to,
cooking.
It's exciting.
yeah, yeah, we're trying to explore a few different approaches as well. I feel like, the Henosis Paranosis thing was a bit of a bit of an Ouroboros, a bit of
Yes.
a chapter that closed itself. So yeah, then it's kind of like, well, what's next? We don't particularly want to, we want to explore different things. So yeah, Royce is trying out some different things with vocals. We just, yeah, like Lee said, we just want to get more organic in the room together and just get more balanced sort of songwriting effort going. So yeah,
Yeah,
fun,
a bit
interesting times ahead, I
lower
think.
tune guitars as well, a bit of 7 string action
Yeah,
coming up in
yeah.
the future.
Nice and heavy.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
down.
especially the vocals. The vocals are gonna blow everyone's mind, I think.
Mm.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And Armageddon coming up on the 28th of September. If any Perth locals haven't seen Neo Mantra, what are they going to expect when they see Neo Mantra for the first time if they rock up to Armageddon and see you guys on stage? What are they in for?
Oh, prepare to get battered, then dragged out into space and be battered again.
That's
That's
it.
pretty much it. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
Nicely
Chunky
yeah.
put.
Smash
riffs.
your head and they take you out and yeah, sprinkle you with space dust.
That's it. Pummel some rhythm into
Awesome.
you.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's the type of massaging I like too, from the sonic side of things. Guys, thanks for your time today. Great to see you all. Take it easy, and we will catch you at Armageddon on the 28th of September at Rosemount.
Awesome,
Good on
man.
you,
Good
Looking
luck.
bro.
forward to that.
Can't wait, mate.
Thank you, Bruno.